What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Just getting into the full swing of things, getting prepped here for deer season. And I was gonna put out some mineral blocks here in the beginning of June, and I decided that I wanted to make a video experimenting with different salt blocks. As simple as salt is, I have some buddies who buy expensive salt and minerals made for deer. I know people that use like water softener salt, and there's just a million and one different things you can use. I decided, why don't we give it a test? I'm more on the cheaper's better side, and I always just buy regular agricultural salt blocks, and they're super cheap. You can either get the 4-pound or 50-pound. But my original intro got deleted, so you're gonna see me with a little longer hair, but I headed to Tractor Supply to get as many different salt blocks as I could find there, so we can put them all in one spot with the trail camera on it to finally settle whether or not this really makes that big of a difference. So let's head back to the original start of the video. Alright guys, we made it back to the old Tractor Supply, the rural American superstore. I got one of every salt block that they had. They did not have a lot of deer specific salt blocks. I was hoping they'd have all that stuff in stock, but we're gonna carry what we got into here down and along a stream where it's kind of cool and shaded and a little more open timber. And I've seen a lot of deer in there recently on camera, so I guess we'll carry this beast in first, figure out where we want to set the salt block buffet here. Okay, I think we finally made it. I think this is about where we want to set it. There's a pretty good deer trail running down through there. One coming out of the field up there, and then that, you can see that trail continues on right there. We'll go get the other salt blocks, but I think this should see a lot of traffic. Hopefully get us a lot of deer on camera. Okay, we got a couple different kinds here. First is just the 50-pound mineral block. This is like a trace mineral block with apple flavoring in it. Then we got white, just pure white salt block, a smaller trace mineral block, and then the ever popular trophy rock. So for those of you who don't know, this is basically just before this was, processed. This is just a straight rock from a mine that's just chipped off, and that's pretty much all it is. There, we got them all out in a line. So we got trace mineral block, white salt block, trophy rock, apple block, big trace mineral block. Just so you guys know when you're looking from the trail camera view, I'm really hoping they don't go for the trophy rock. So that's where my confirmation bias is going to be. I'm hoping they just go for the regular cheap trace mineral block, the red one, because that's what I've been saying for years. There can't be that much of a difference between the salt. I mean, to me, the trophy rock's got to be just a fad, but some people swear by it, and I've never used one, so we'll see. You can go with granular salt, but I didn't want to bring any out here because I didn't want to soak it into the dirt too bad. Maybe the deer know the difference. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see what happens. So it's been a little over a week, and I'm just coming in to check out our salt block buffet here, and figured I'd come check the trail camera. And our trail camera is gone. Well, our trail camera was on that tree, and obviously a bunch of stuff has been hitting these, but the trail camera's gone. So, man, I don't know, I've had them go missing over here before, once or twice. And one time a bear came through and tore a bunch down like 2 years ago. This is a spot somebody could have rolled through and took it though as well. So let's look around here a little bit and see if we maybe can't find it. I didn't see any bear tracks. A lot of times, I don't know what it is, but the bears around here, if they smell it, sometimes they will rip the camera off. So I'm trying to give myself the benefit of the doubt here. But most of the time, they're not far from where they rip it off at. Alright, I've been combing this area, try to find that trail camera, but I have found zero evidence of it being taken off by a bear. So somebody must have taken it, There's a 90% chance that somebody took it. And I have had cameras come up missing in this general area before, and it gets me every time. Because, like for instance, we put a camera on all these salt blocks, we invest 10 days of trail camera time into it, expecting that, today I'm going to have results and be able to make a video on the results for you guys, and the camera's stolen. So what really gets me more upset is just the lost footage and time, you know, even more than the camera sometimes. If you see people's stuff in the woods, leave it alone. I've walked past trail cameras on game lands and been like, man, I'd love to check that SD card to see what's on it. Never have. I've thought about it, but I never have, let alone taken this thing or taken someone's tree stand or something. This isn't even public land, isn't near public land. This is private property. It shouldn't happen anywhere, but it especially shouldn't happen here. Okay guys, well it's a couple days later and I decided, you know what, I'm not moving this stuff. I'm gonna risk it again and put another camera out. I brought a dummy camera. This is an old broken trail camera. And I was thinking about putting it on the original tree and then putting a working trail camera up here in the trees somewhere. But since I want to get all these salt blocks on video, there's no real good trees to set the camera up in, as well as the dummy camera. So what I decided to do is I think we're just gonna risk it. I set trail camera up high up there. The only way you're gonna be able to get that camera is if you bring climbing equipment in. It's probably 12 feet up and there's no branches on that tree, so unless they're really dedicated, they shouldn't steal that trail camera. These salt blocks have been hit a lot, and this mineral block, I don't know if they were going for this one or the red mineral, but they actually broke it in half, and you can see it's all pawed up right there. Doesn't look like they've been hitting this big one much. I don't know if it's because of maybe the trees right there, but it definitely seems like these three, they're hitting a lot. So let's let her soak for the week. Hopefully our trail camera's here when we get back, and see what we get on video. Okay, so I just pulled the trail camera tonight and went through all the clips. I did end up moving the trail camera back down to ground level because the view from up above in the tree was really hard to tell what the deer were actually going after. So the salt blocks have been there now for 3 weeks, maybe almost 4 weeks. I had almost 500 video clips of deer hitting them. And I gotta say that I didn't make it a spreadsheet and add up every single deer, which one licked how many times. But just overall, it seemed to be pretty even. I mean, deer licked every single one. It was like completely random. Most of the time, a deer would lick multiple different blocks. They wouldn't necessarily lick every one, but there'd be 2 or 3 deer there at a time, each licking a different one. If anything, I think really the only takeaway is to just maybe put your salt blocks out in the open. It's not a huge deal, but I think they're just maybe a little more comfortable using it when it's not by the tree. The bright side, got a couple nice deer coming along, a lot of young bucks, a lot of does and fawns. So hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna try to do a video once a week and let them out either Friday or Saturday. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one.